Hey everybody, my name is Nick Russell and this is All Things Tech with Nick. Now before we get into the first video where I unbox and give you my first impressions of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, I want to introduce myself and I want to tell you what this channel is going to be all about. So with that said, let's get started. Alright, so who am I and what are we going to do on this channel? Well, like I said, my name is Nick Russell and I'm a huge tech nerd. I love all things tech, I love apps, I love anything that can help me become more productive, get more done in less time, and quite frankly, I just love tech. I love all things technology. So that's kind of what we're going to do with this channel. I'm going to hopefully unbox a lot of different phones and laptops and watches and earbuds and whatever the case may be, starting with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 in the next video. But I also want to talk about how to use these products and get more out of them. I want to talk about different apps, different features, different ways we can use these to better our lives, both personally and professionally. Now, for me, I own a marketing agency called Rust Tech Media. And with that, I help businesses and I help entrepreneurs get their voices heard online. So this is kind of another extension of that, if you will. Now, for me, I've always been a lover of tech. And that goes all the way back to kind of late high school, just out of high school, when I would carry my old blue Nokia garbage phone for today's standards. But it got the job done. We could have the T9 texting and it made calls. But that wasn't enough. And that's kind of when I transitioned into the Palm Pilots and using the calendar function and the note function with the little stylus on the Palm Pilots. And then fast forward a few years later, when I was tired of having to carry a crappy cell phone and the Palm Pilot, I found Palm made cell phones. And this is when they developed their operating system, WebOS. Now, if you haven't heard of WebOS, which is now used in, I believe, Samsung TVs, if not LG TVs maybe. But WebOS back then was an operating system on a phone, which has a lot, there's a lot of function from WebOS that's in Android and iOS now. A lot of the ways you multitask on your phones now came from WebOS. Now, the operating system is still one of my favorites to this day, but they never had a robust app store. And with kind of BlackBerry dying out at that time and Samsung and the rest of the Android phones and Apple coming up, Palm just couldn't compete and they just got out-muscled. And when they got out-muscled, Palm sold the product line, the Palm Pres and the WebOS line of phones. They sold that to HP, who made one tablet, had a fire sale for them, the HP touchpad, and then absolutely destroyed the brand. They killed the brand completely. Now, that's when I put the question out on Twitter, should I get an Apple or should I get an Android? And a friend of mine offered me a brand spanking new BlackBerry Bold 9900, which I have hanging on the wall behind me here in the shadow box. From about late 2009, early 2010, I was a BlackBerry user up until 2 years ago. And that was the old BlackBerry OS to the BlackBerry 10s to the Priv that went to Android, all the way to Palm selling off the hardware side of things to TCL and licensing the security side of the BlackBerry software and the Android, the UI that went over top of the basic Android. And that's where I finished off my BlackBerry journey, was with the Key 2, that dying 2 years ago. Now, when that died, I was devastated. TCL had already stopped making phones. That was their last phones. There was a little hope with Onward Mobility moving forward and wanting to make a BlackBerry phone that never ever hit market. So I couldn't stay with BlackBerry. I wasn't going to pay full price for a mid-range phone that wasn't going to have any support. So it was time to move on. Now, already having the Galaxy Buds Live, I have a Galaxy Tab A7, as well as the Galaxy Watch 4. It was a no-brainer, already being in that Samsung ecosystem, to jump to a Samsung phone. And that's when I bought the S20 FE 5G phone. And I absolutely love the whole Samsung ecosystem, SmartThings, everything that comes from Samsung. So using this over the last couple of years, having just a normal slap phone just didn't do it for me. The hardware is great. The OS is great. I love it. But when I go out, it's just a plain phone sitting on the table. It's no different than anybody else's. So I wanted to be different. And that's why, after doing a whole whack of research and seeing exactly what I wanted to better help me be more productive, to better help my business, and just to stand out, that's why I bought the Galaxy Z Fold 4, which is on the way, and I can't wait to do that unboxing video. So basically, that's the gist of this. This is going to be a loosely edited video. There's not going to be much. It's just a quick hello. And hopefully I'm going to kind of play with some editing software, and you'll see the journey from the bare basics of this to me getting better making videos, making content, and just sharing my love of tech with each and every one of you. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and hopefully you look forward to the videos that I'm going to make, because I know I'm definitely looking forward to making more content and really providing a lot of tech fun, showing you a lot of different apps and seeing where that takes off. Now, if you want to follow me anywhere on social media, it's nrussell18, usually with 2 S's, but that was taken on YouTube, so it's 1 S here on Twitter and on YouTube. But for the most part, nrussell18, those are my handles across all social media platforms. And that's all I have for you. So I can't wait to chat with you in the next video.